Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. As always, wonderful and beautiful, glorious day it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it. Absolutely. It is November, right? November 12th, 2023. Absolutely it is, right? It's Soulful Sunday. It is Soulful Sunday, all right? So, what we're going to do is tap in on gold first, which is my favorite pair. All right. And I'm going to show you how to do a proper top down analysis and how this market is super fractal on every single time frame. It's just, it moves as the lower the time frame you get, it moves faster. So every single time frame acts as its own market, even though it's the same pair, being a monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute, so forth and so on. That's why you got different types of traders. You have scalpers, you have intraday traders, you have position traders, you have swing traders, right? So what I want to simply do is go over this first before we start marking up on gold. I want to simply do this. This right here is an uptrend, correct? We have high, we have a low, uh, we have a high, we have a low, we have a low, we got a high, got a higher low, got a higher high, got a higher low, got a higher high, right? This is an uptrend, okay? So, with this being an uptrend, the market moves in four market price cycles. They print these market price cycles in order, and they do not skip a cycle. Okay, the market first accumulates at a low, it accumulates, goes up, then it reaccumulates, then it goes up again, and breaks structure and creates a higher high. All right. And then when the higher high is created, the market then enters a distribution phase, a distribution schematic, and then it redistributes and then goes down again. Then it starts over with accumulation, reaccumulation, distribution, redistribution. Accumulation, reaccumulation, distribution, redistribution. Accumulation, reaccumulation, distribution, redistribution. Okay, and this is the Wyckoff method. So what I want to do is show you this little exercise I like to do. This is accumulation. The market goes up and reaccumulates right here. Then it distributes and then it redistributes. Then it was what? Accumulate again and reaccumulate. That leads to a what? The market breaking structure. Okay? It accumulates and reaccumulates. That leads to the market breaking structure, and then the market will break a structure right here. This would simply be a break of market structure right here. You have an accumulation and reaccumulation that created another high. This is a break of structure. All right. Same thing. Accumulation, reaccumulation that leads to a what? Distribution right here. Redistribution. Accumulation, reaccumulation leads to what? Break of structure right here. That'll be a distribution. Okay, so forth and so on. All right. Now we have that. Your reaccumulations and your redistributions are going to be in some type of triangle or a channel. Okay. And these are liquidity points to me. So you're going to see some type of channel like this for a redistribution or reaccumulation. All right. Market doing this. Okay. This is simply liquidity above and below to me. Or you're going to see price as some type of triangle. Some type of triangle. Okay. That's what you'll see. So now let's go to the actual markups on gold in order to identify these things from the monthly all the way down to the 1 day. Okay. And so here's the deal. This is a distribution, right? And let's show you how to mark up true market structure. This is a distribution. This is going because price did what? Went down from here. We're on the monthly, so this is going to be a monthly breaker structure above. Okay. So now you have a distribution that led to a low, and this right here is a change of character. This right here in between is a change of character. Okay. And then you could have simply did what? You could have simply put a supply zone on that area because the market, you get sniper entries off of unmitigated, imbalanced supply or demand zones that have either broken structure or caused a change of character. These are our points of interest, our areas of interest, our areas where we want to take trades from. Okay. If you're taking any trade other than that, not after if you're taking any other trade that's not an imbalance, unmitigated, imbalanced supply demand zone that is either broken structure or cause a change of character, more than likely you're going to take a lesson on your trade. Okay. So this right here is a monthly change of character. below, right? And so because price did a distribution and redistribution, right, here's the liquidity, here's the triangle, here's the triangle right here, okay? And I'm going to mark this as a monthly liquidity above and below. All right, when you're able to see this from up here, all you have to do is allow it to print and you'll be able to capitalize off of it. So then we're also going to mark up the market structure right here. This is a high, turn is black, monthly structure point. And then you mark up your market structure from distribution to accumulation, from accumulation to distribution. Okay, so this is a high, higher high, right? So then market came down here and created a higher low. Okay, so now we have an accumulation right here because why? Look at the monthly price landed lower right here, which is a same thing as a bullish divergence. It's also a Wyckoff accumulation schematic. Price is landing lower right here, and on the RSI in the same exact area, you have what? Price forming equal equal lows. Okay, all right. But even on the weekly, you're able to see the divergence more appealing because it's more revealing. So you see how this is slanting lower, and then you can see how on the RSI in the same exact area, price is slanting upward. If you put your cursor right here, that belongs to this point, and this belongs to this point. And that middle point is called a change of character area. Okay? Because price accumulated and caused a, we're going to put this on the weekly. Let's see. Well, let me see. Let me go back to the monthly because I can identify it on the monthly as well. So this is called a change of character. I'm going to show you how to mark up your change of characters and your breaker structures. So this right here will be a monthly change of character right here in the middle. So this is a monthly change of character right here. Price change character right here in the middle. All right. Monthly change of character above. Okay. I got to simply fix this template. Give me a moment. Turn this black and turn this black. And now we get to save it as a monthly change of character above. Override it. All right, cool. Here we go. Monthly change of character above. So we have an accumulation that leads to a what? Reaccumulation, right? See the triangle right here, right? Mark this out as liquidity. Monthly liquidity above and below. Monthly liquidity above and below. All right. So now, because this reaccumulation, it broke out of the structure right here, we now have an imbalance that is created. Price is inefficient in this area right here. As you can see, price is imbalanced in this area right here. Okay. So you have an accumulation, reaccumulation that led to a breaker structure high. Now this right here has to be a distribution in order to do what? Sell off. Now, because here's the deal, all of this is going to add up. Price likes to remain balanced and not imbalanced. Candlesticks are a reflection of human behavior. So this is like price standing on one leg in this area, right? So eventually you have pending orders right here waiting to be activated. Price is eventually going to do what? Refill this imbalance and probably want to go back up and create another high. So guess what? What we want to do on the monthly is simply zone this off. Put this as a monthly demand zone. I'm telling you, all of this is going to make sense. It's all going to make sense. Monthly demand zone. And this right here, when price gets right here, we'll put an alert on it and we'll look to swing trade it when we get a lower time frame accumulation that wants to come out that monthly demand zone. All right. So we have a monthly demand zone. Correct? Cool. So now, because we have an accumulation and reaccumulation that led to a what? Higher high and took buy side liquidity. So now we entered a distribution phase. Okay. And so now a distribution, this is a distribution schematic number one, as I can already see. According to this guy right here, see the price right here, look top right corner, you see it says distribution schematic number one, Wyckoff events and phases. Now, price has created all of these events and phases. You have a preliminary supply, buying climax, automatic reaction, secondary test, minor sign of weakness. So from the buying climax to the automatic reaction, secondary test, minor sign of weakness, you can see a W right here that leads to what? A break of a structure high, buying climax leading to an upthrust. Okay? And so then price came back and created a what? UTAD in the test and sold off. So you must understand these three questions. Number one, which market price cycle am I in? Am I in accumulation, reaccumulation, distribution, redistribution? Okay, once we answer that question, then we need to answer what phase am I in? Am I in phase A, B, C, D, or E? Okay, then once we have that question answered, we need to know what event we're in. What Wyckoff event are we in? Okay, and so these cycles simply print up every single time frame, right? I'm gonna show you how to mark up the charts. So right here, let's go back to the monthly, and we can put a structure high. Let's see, right here. We just put it right there. Price created high. So now let's go to the weekly, and then I can mark out my Wyckoff distribution schematic with this being a preliminary supply right here. This being a preliminary supply. This right here being a buying climax, automatic reaction, secondary test, minor sign of weakness. And then we have the upthrust. And price decided to break lower. Okay. Then it came back and created a UTAD in the test. So now what we have right here, let's see, UTAD test. This is the UTAD, the wicked at green, and then this right here is the test. All right. So now we have a supply zone because we have this high that now led what? To this low. Then price came back and accumulated and reaccumulated and led back to what? The supply zone that created a low. So right here, this is a change of character. So right here, let's see. Right here is a change of character. A weekly change of character. So let's see. This right here is a weekly change of character. People on IG, you tuned in. Simply click the link in my bio to my YouTube channel. Right now, we're on YouTube Live, going over the weekly trade watch list for the week for November 12th through November 18th. So this is a weekly change of character below. All right. Bam. So now what do we have? We have price creating this structure high right here. This is the high. Now, this leads to what? A low, right? Now you have an accumulation, reaccumulation, and now this is going to be a distribution that leads back to a structure high. This right here is a high, a lower high. So now our anticipation is what? Price to go down here and wanting to create lower lows, okay? Yeah, I do have a Zoom going. I will be on later on this evening, tonight. What you want to do though, what you want to do is go to my YouTube channel. There's a link in my bio. Go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to that channel, and on my most recent live session, look in the description, download Telegram, and there are a couple of Telegram links that you can simply click and add yourself to the chat, and then you'll be able to see when I'm going live. All right, and also you can see the weekly Zoom schedule in my bio. Okay, so what you want to do is download Telegram, click, there's a community trade chat channel, there's a signals chat channel. Add yourself to those channels, and then we be vibing out. Right now, I'm on YouTube Live, and we're going over gold. And I'm going to be going over other pairs as well. But we'll be live tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 a.m. Nigerian time, and that simply will be 7 p.m. Mexico time. All right? So with this being a high, this will be a low because price just what? Changed character. Price came back and accumulated, reaccumulated, came back into what? This supply zone right here. Price came back into the supply zone. I'm telling you, you're going to be able to identify this stuff on every single time frame from the monthly all the way down to the 1 minute. All right. So now we have what? This weekly supply zone. Okay. We have this weekly supply zone. Price created a what? This is a lower high. Now we anticipate price to do what? Come down here and break structure and create a lower low. Why? Because we know that on the monthly, price is in a what? Price led to what? Accumulation, reaccumulation that led to a break of structure high. So we know that overall this has to sell down. So we know that any type of sales, we know that we could be looking to sell all the way to break the structure because price has to create a redistribution. The market has to create a redistribution. We know that we are in a distribution schematic on the weekly, and we now know that price has to create a weekly distribution and then a redistribution, and then it goes back to accumulate. Okay, I'm telling you, I'm gonna break this all down. You're gonna be able to mentally make money. Okay, but you have to take the aspect of I'm antsy, I'm trigger happy to make money. Once you understand the market, you'll be able to avoid lessons, avoid losses, and you'll be able to avoid the temptation of being trigger happy. All right. So this will be a weekly breaker structure below. Once price comes down here and decides that it wants to break structure. Okay, this will be the weekly breaker structure below. This is also a demand zone. Okay, this is also a demand zone. You see how it's unmitigated right here? That's imbalanced because price did what? Accumulated, led to an internal change of character right here. So this right here is an internal weekly change of character on a lower time frame. So the thing about it is this. So I'm going to put that in balance. I'm going to mark that on the daily because it's daily right here. Here we go. So right here is, you can say, a daily change of character right here internally. Daily change of character internally because we made the weekly bearish. So now, bam. Here you go. We're going to go with a daily change of character right here above. Daily change of character above, right? And we're going to mark out this zone because this is a what? Unmitigated, imbalanced demand zone that has caused a change of character. So you have to mark it out. Boom, zone it off. Right? But the thing about it is, my anticipation and my knowledge, I know for a fact that price is going to not respect this demand zone because of what needs to be printed for the monthly. Because we had an accumulation and reaccumulation that led to a breaker structure, created a higher high. Price now has to do what? Distribute and redistribute and create a what? Higher low. Okay. So my thing is, price is looking to come way down here to accumulate and then go back up. We don't know if it wants to create a higher high after that, but we're looking for our next anticipated accumulation off that monthly demand zone. But I'm showing you how to mark this stuff up. I'm showing you exactly how to mark this stuff up. So we got a daily change of character accumulation, internal bullish structure, daily accumulation, reaccumulation, right? So let me mark this as a daily demand zone. Bam. This will be a daily demand zone. About to show you how to mark this all the way down. All right, cool. So we have an accumulation. This right here is a reaccumulation. This whole entire deal right here is a reaccumulation. This whole entire thing is a reaccumulation. Okay. And so, like I said, just because you have a reaccumulation and redistribution, when the market expands out of that reaccumulation and redistribution, that imbalance is still a valid POI. That imbalance is still a valid POI. So that's why you see right here, the market bounced off of this what? When price, after price reaccumulated right here, you can see how the market did what? Broke structure. It did, this is a distribution, this is a redistribution, this is accumulation, reaccumulation that led to an internal break of structure on the daily. I need to mark this as daily liquidity above, daily liquidity below. All right, cool. So now this is still an imbalance that led to what? Accumulation, reaccumulation that led to a what? Bam, break of structure. So this right here is an internal break of structure on the daily. Okay. This is how these different trends change. These different trends change. So this would be not a change of character. This would be a daily breaker structure above. Excuse me. Daily breaker structure above. You have price imbalance sitting right here. So guess what? This entire deal right here, this accumulation that led to a what? Internal change of character right here. So this is also a zone of interest. And guess what? You zone it off like this. You can see how price did what? Accumulated off of that demand zone. You can take counter trend trades as well. So guess what? Now that the price accumulated and reaccumulated and broke structure to this high, you now know this has to be a what? A distribution. This right here has to be a distribution because price accumulated and reaccumulated and broke a structure high. So guess what? That's why you have this daily. This is why you have this daily divergence right here. See price landing upward right here. Let's see price landing upward right here, and on the RSI is doing the same exact thing. I mean, not the same exact thing. It's doing the opposite. Is doing what right here, like this. Okay, so that means what? Now, since price diverged right here, this right here is the change of character area. Price created a divergence, and then it changed character right here in the middle, at midpoint. Oh, hold on, wrong. Let me put my arrow. Price changed character right here in the middle. So guess what? Now, since price changed character, we need to mark out that supply zone that caused a change of character as a zone of interest. Daily change of character below, right? And so now you can see on the daily, let's mark this as, did I mark this as a daily demand? No, I need to mark this as a daily demand zone. This is going to get broken through because price overall in the higher time frame, it has to come down and create a lower low on the weekly because we're looking for what? A distribution schematic. This is the entire distribution schematic, but overall, we're looking for price to create a lower low because price needs to come down here and do what? A distribution and redistribute. Okay. So now, what's happening here? Because price diverged and changed character right here, we now know price needs to do what? That's a distribution on a daily, and now this right here is a redistribution. This entire triangle is a redistribution. Let's see, like this. This entire triangle, this entire channel or triangle is a redistribution. And you see how price broke lower internally. So let's see, daily liquidity above, daily liquidity below. Let's see. All right. And so now you have this imbalance right here that caused a change of character. So that's what? An area of interest. So we zone it off. Okay. Zone it off. The same things happen on the lower time frame. So guess what? This consolidated, and this is a what? Breaker structure. This right here is now a breaker structure. Telling y'all this all makes sense. It all makes sense. You can do it on any time frame, any top-down analysis. Daily breaker structure below. Okay, so now we have this as a internal daily supply zone. This will be the daily supply zone. All right. Now we go down. We're done with the daily now. Now let's go down to the 4 hour. Okay. You see this accumulation coming off of the zone and go up internally. So now the 4 hour, bam, you see why you had a distribution coming off of here. Because guess what? On the daily, right, we have price diverge, change character, do what? This is a distribution. We have a redistribution. Price broke structure right here. And now you're going to have a what? Lower time frame accumulation, which is right here. You had that divergence right here, price landing lower, price landing upward, accumulation, reaccumulation. It leads back to what? This imbalance that's on the daily that causes a change of character, which is what? That's a unmitigated imbalanced supply zone that causes a change of character. It's all making sense now. So guess what? Now that we have a what? This was a bullish accumulation. retracing back into here, which we could have simply caught, but it's okay. We're going to catch more trades. We're definitely going to catch more trades. This right here is a bearish divergence, aka Wyckoff distribution schematic, because you can see how what price is slanting upward right here, price slanting upward on the candlesticks, and then on the RSI in the same exact areas, price is slanting lower. Okay, so guess what? Now that we have, let's see, we can mark this out as our as a distribution. Let's see, let me show you. So this would be a, we'll mark this blue since it's on the 4 hour. This will be a preliminary supply. Okay, this will be a buying climax, automatic reaction, secondary test, minor sign of weakness, and then this is right here up thrust. Price goes down and it comes back and creates a LPSY, which is the last point of supply. So this one did not have a UTAD to test. This is a distribution schematic number 2. Price starts to fall. Now we get what? Now we have what? We're in here. We're going to have a supply zone that caused a change of character because this is a divergence. Okay? This is a divergence. So guess what? Right here on the daily is where you have this zone. Okay? So price now, since price has changed character, price is going to do what on the lower time frame? Come back to come retest the supply zone, and then what? End up shooting down. That's how this market runs. That's how a market operates. Okay? So now, let's see. Supply zone. Let's see. Didn't have it on the 4 hours. So right here, all of this is unmitigation. So what we're going to do simply on the daily is simply zone all of this off right here, from this wick to this wick right here, this whole entire zone, because now we're going to anticipate another distribution coming off of this zone. Let me see what it's looking like on the 4 hour. Yeah, so this entire deal right here, because you see we have imbalances, right? You can see how price caused a change of character on the 4 hour. Matter of fact, let me see where the actual change of character area is at. Let's identify that. Price slanted upward right here, lower. Bam, this right here where the sign of weakness is at is going to be the change of character area. So price has officially changed character now. So that means on the lower time frame is going to want to accumulate and come back bullish because price changed character. Let's see. Or it's going to want to redistribute. Let's see. Let's see. We'll see what price does. 4 hour change of character below. Boom. So now we know that price has a imbalance right here on the daily. Price has an imbalance. Okay. And then we're going to make this a daily supply zone. All right. So now, boom, let's go to the 4 hour. Okay. Price has officially changed character. Now let's go to the 1 hour. Let me get rid of these aging sessions. All right, cool. So now we can see how price has accumulated, tapped into the supply zone, this broke structure, right? So you had this supply zone right here that was simply a an area of interest on the lower time frame. Price diverged right here. You see where it diverged. It accumulated, reaccumulated, came back right into the supply zone, distributed, and then redistributed, and then it what led to another breaking structure right here. So now on the lower time frame, you're looking for what? You're looking for a accumulation because this low was broken, right? This low was broken. So now you're looking for price to do what? Reaccumulate. So now I can see the reaccumulation on the 5-minute time frame. Let's see. 1 minute. That's when the market opened up right here, and it came all the way down here. Let's see. Must have been some unmitigation because right here on the 1 minute time frame internally, let's see, you can see how price created a high, distribute, redistribute, came back down to here, broke above here. Let me see, did I mark that on? I had it on the 1 minute time frame, so you can see how this is also that channel of liquidity right here to also lead it to what, some type of distribution on from the market to probably do a small retracement. Let's see. So now you're looking for a, let's see, because price changed character. Price may, so you're looking for that, let's see, the reaccumulation, that imbalance. Let's see, that led to a break of structure. The accumulation and reaccumulation that led to a break of structure. Let's see if you can see the imbalance on the 4 hour. Because that's what's going to happen. Let's see, an accumulation and reaccumulation that led to a break of structure. This would be it right here, this entire zone. Let's see. I'm attempting to see the unmitigation. I think I see it right here. Right here, this imbalance. You got the accumulation, reaccumulation that led to a break of this structure right here. So internally, this right here would be that break of structure. And then we could zone this area off like this, knowing that this is counter trend. So this accumulation that's coming off of here is going to be counter trend because we know it needs to be printed on a higher time frame. Mark this as a 4 hour demand zone. Let's see. We're there, 4 hour demand zone. All right, cool. So now let's go to a lower time frame and tap in. Let's see. You can tell on the 1 minute time frame we are bullish because I'm marking on the 5 minute. So you can see how this is a distribution, redistribution that led to accumulation. So watch. So look, price popped up here, right? You have this supply zone right here, the price mitigated, but then simply what? This demand zone held up. So you have an accumulation, you have a distribution, redistribution, accumulation right here that led to what? Price breaking structure right here. So watch this. This right here is a breaking structure on the 1 minute time frame. So this is a 1 minute breaking structure above on the 1 minute time frame. All of this right here, I'm gonna tell you. So look at all of these redistributions right here and reaccumulations. So right here is a you can see a smaller fractal triangle sitting right here. Has liquidity. See this sitting right here. That's liquidity. That's a 1 minute liquidity above, 1 minute liquidity below. Let's see. This is a distribution. You can see how price tapped into the supply zone right here. Told you the market is super fractal. You can see our price step into the supply zone right here, using this point right here as liquidity. So this area was a 1 minute liquidity above. Price took that liquidity, swept it, came right here, distribute, redistribute, and accumulated off of this demand zone right here. So this right here is a 1 minute demand zone. So this right here is a 1 minute demand zone. You can see how price came off of it. So see. This was a 1 minute supply zone that got broken through, obviously. So this could have been a trade from here. If you're a scalper, came right here. This could have been a buy entry. So then you what? Accumulate, reaccumulate, and price leads to what? A break of structure. So this right here is liquidity. Now look, check this out. Look at this. I'm just not looking at it. So check this out. Let's see. Liquidity above, liquidity below. So I told you. Remember how I told you how those redistributions and reaccumulations are also points of interest? Check this out. Look at this. This right here. This is the reaccumulation. This is the accumulation, reaccumulation that led to a break of structure, right? Break of structure back here. Now, supposedly it was unmitigated. Supposedly it was unmitigated. So look at this zone right here. Look at this area. Look at this area right here. Price literally came back to that reaccumulation zone and then did what? Want to go bullish. I'm telling y'all, these are also points of interest. Those reaccumulations and those redistributions. These triangles right here, like this right here, this was also a zone of interest because price broke the structure back here. But now that price broke up above, okay, cool. Now you adapt and adjust to what the market is printing. So now this was the last accumulation on the second time frame that led to what? Came outside of this triangle. You have an accumulation, reaccumulation, and broke structure. So how would the structure be marked up on the 1 minute? This would be a low right here. Come on. 1 minute structure point. This would be a low. This right here would be a high. This right here would be a high. This right here would be a higher low. And then this right here would be a higher high. Because price now, right here on the 1 minute time frame, this is also a distribution, redistribution, and accumulation that led to a break of structure right here on this little structure. So it led to a break of structure right here. So me personally, I knew that this distribution, redistribution, accumulation, reaccumulation that led to this break of structure right here, I knew it was liquidity. Or I knew it wasn't gonna be held up. So let me show you. Zoom this out like this. You can see how price diverged right here on the 1 minute time frame. You see how price is slanting upward, it's slanting low on the RSI. This is a distribution, redistribution, accumulation, reaccumulation that led to a break of this little structure. Now, guess what? This is an imbalance right here. So guess what? Because when price accumulated, reaccumulated, and broke the structure, price did what? Distribution, redistribution, accumulated, reaccumulated, broke the structure without coming back to mitigate this this reaccumulation back here. So price came back, picked up those orders right here, and simply about to go bullish again. So now the thing about it is this. Now, what will we be anticipating or expecting on the 1 minute time frame? Because price broke structure, we'll be anticipating a some type of distribution. Let's see. So yeah, but no, we'll be looking for price to go bullish because of this. Let me show you a template that I like to trade. So right here, we have a divergence. Right here, price is slanting upward. Right here on the price is slanting upward right here on the candlestick on the 5-minute time frame. In the same exact area on the RSI, price is slanting lower. That is a bearish divergence, aka Wyckoff accumulation schematic. So guess what? Price change character right here, correct? So because price change character right here, what I see is this. I'm going to change character below. Price change character and then consolidate it and continue to go down. So guess what? We're looking for that bullish reversal because now we have an unmitigation right here and then price consolidated and then broke lower and we have an unmitigation right here. So we can zone this area out too. Looking at gold. Well, right now I'm on YouTube Live. Right now I'm on my YouTube Live talking about gold. Looking at gold. So right here is an area of interest. This zone right here is an area of interest. So we can see that bullish move to return right here. May want to sell right here. We don't know until price gets there. But this is a zone of interest. Let's see. This is tapped in, broke structure. So yeah, let's see on the 15 how this looks. Yeah, so this area right here is a zone of interest. Because we have a distribution, redistribution that led to what? A break of structure right here internally. So I'm gonna go back to the 5-minute time frame and mark this as a 5-minute supply zone. So we're attempting to ping pong and play, see where the market is gonna react at. So right here, this is a zone of interest because this is the supply zone that simply did what? Caused a change of character. So we have to mark that off as a future zone as well. Five-minute supply zone. So because we don't know where price is going to react at, we don't know which zone is going to react at. All right. So now internally, you can see how price tapped into the supply zone, diverged off of the supply zone right here, and did what? Broke structure. So on the 5-minute time frame, on the 5th right here, this is the 15. So bam, got that supply zone. Price tapped in. So we say 15-minute supply zone. Okay, cool. Now price tapped in, change character right here. Broke this structure low right here, this accumulation. This is a break of structure. On the 15, it's a break of structure. So break of structure below. So now we have all this liquidity right here, and we're looking for price to reverse on a lower time frame. And so you can see how internally is going bullish. All right. So let's see where the liquidity right here. Yeah, that triangle, this funky looking triangle right here. See that triangle on that channel right here? Mark this out as liquidity, 5-minute liquidity above and below. All right. And so, like I said, that's the zone of interest right here. So now we're looking for price to go bullish on gold. I'm not looking to take it right now because that's funky looking, but we'll see what gold does. We'll see where gold is at in the morning when I look at it. But these are our areas of interest. This right here is liquidity. right here is 5-minute liquidity above. All right. So mark out your zones. I'm telling y'all, this all makes sense. It all makes sense. We just got to be patient. And I'm not only speaking to everybody else, I'm speaking to myself because I get a little tree happy sometimes. But have to remain patient. Have to remain patient. Being able to work our zones and work our areas of interest. So this is going back bullish. It's bullish on the 1 minute time frame. According to structure and everything, it's bullish on the 1 minute time frame. This made sense as to why this wick came down here and picked up these orders and collected these orders because it was unmitigated. So that made sense. There's demand zone right here and simply broke structure. So now, obviously, it's the Asian session. I'm not looking to trade unless it would depend on how the market was moving. I'll be looking probably to trade gold during the Asian session, but the way the context of the market looks right now on the 1 minute time frame, I'm not looking to trade it. My anticipation just goes bullish. This breakout area, price already went past this and obliterated this breakout area outside of this channel. Because remember, their redistribution is also an area of interest. But you see how it failed, so now price has to do what? Go bullish. And so this would be the next supply zone we'll be looking to see if our distribution comes off of. If not, because remember, overall in the higher time frame, we know that there are sales, they're going to appear long term. So we know that the bullish moves are temporarily, they're pullbacks and retracements. So this bullish move back here, maybe we'll probably get a distribution off of this zone right here, or price may want to go bullish all the way back up here and we get that distribution off of here. We don't know until price makes it to those areas and wants to print. All right. So we did gold. Let me look at GDP JPY. Let me look at GJ. Right. The Orlando version. Let me look at GJ. So let me erase this and show you all how to mark it up from the higher time frame. Okay. First of all, I can tell this is a divergence change of character. And price change character right here. This is a change of character right here on the monthly. And so then we look for that monthly change of character below. All right. And so what we can see is how this is an area of interest because price did what? Caused a change of character. So we'll zone this out from this high to this low right here. This entire area right here as an area of interest because price may want to sell from that area. Remember, unmitigated imbalanced supply demand zones that cause the breaker structure change of character are our areas of interest where price is going to react from. Okay. And so what we have to do is simply put alerts to see if price is going to react from here. If not, it's just simply going to disrespect it and obliterate it. So monthly supply zone. Okay, I need to fix this. Let me mark this as a daily supply zone. And then turn it to a monthly. So text, monthly OB. OB. All right, and we just simply click save as, and then monthly supply zone. Simply override that since I went from dark mode to bright mode. All right, monthly supply zone. So now what I can see is how this is an accumulation and this is a reaccumulation that went into that supply zone. That's what I can see. So let's go to the weekly. Since that's internal, let's mark that up. All right, so now this is a what? Accumulation, reaccumulation that led to a what? Change of character. You can see how price is simply doing what right here. It's diverging on the weekly, right? Price is slanting lower right here, and price is slanting upward on the RSI. So this right here has to be an accumulation, reaccumulation that led to what? Change of character, right? I'll tell you how the stuff gets simple, gets better. So right here would be a weekly change of character above. There's a change character, right? And so this is an accumulation and reaccumulation on lower time frame led to a change of character. What we want to see inside of here now is some type of imbalance. But before that, this entire deal right here is a liquidity and is a reaccumulation. Told you some type of funky triangle or some type of channel is going to be a reaccumulation or a redistribution. So I'm looking at this as weekly liquidity above, weekly liquidity below. All right. And let's see, we want to see what type of imbalances in between there on the day. Let's see. See, we have some type of imbalance because that would be key and crucial. And this area has been mitigated. All right, cool. So it's all been mitigated, which means we'll probably look for more sales to the downside to see if price will want to give it to us. Okay, so now we're looking at this area. Now that we entered a monthly supply zone, we're anticipating what? We know we have a weekly accumulation, reaccumulation. Now we're looking for what? A distribution. Looking for a distribution. So my thing is we need to find a POI outside of here. Let's see. We got one on the monthly. This is the area that broke it, so we're gonna zone this one off. See this unhealthy price action right here? We're gonna simply zone this area off. Right here. Price is inefficient in this area, coming out of that monthly coming out of that weekly reaccumulation. So price can simply next time accumulate off of that zone. Monthly banana zone. All right. So let's go back to the daily. Let's see what we have cooking up and brewing. So I see a possible Wyckoff distribution schematic. I see a bearish divergence that's brewing on the daily. For individuals that's on IG, I'm on my YouTube live right now. There's a link in my bio. If you simply want to be added to the Telegram chat channels, once you subscribe to my YouTube channel, in the most recent YouTube live session, there are in the description below. There are 2 links to a couple of Telegram chat channels, a trading signals chat channel and a community trading chat channel. Simply add yourself, and we can simply hop on and vibe. All right. So what I see from here on the daily, I see this starting out as a distribution cycle, as well it should be. Mentally, that's what I'm preparing for. Um, see this being a preliminary supply. This being a preliminary supply. This right here being a buying climax, automatic reaction, secondary test, minor sign of weakness. This right here being the upthrust. Price comes down to respect the upthrust. Now they probably want to create a U-turn and test, but we don't know. So let's dig in to a lower time frame because we're looking for sales long term. All right. So you can see how price accumulated, reaccumulated. So now you see how this is a some type of divergence distribution right here. Price landing upward, changes character right here. Price landing lower, and nothing ever came back to hit this zone. Yeah, nothing ever came back to hit the zone that I'm looking at. So now I'm going to zone this off like this on the 4-hour time frame. These are the steps you have to do. Zone this off on the 4-hour time frame. Make this a 4-hour supply zone. All right, I gotta fix that. So let me use a 5-minute supply zone, and then I can just simply come right here, 4-hour OB. All right, and then save it as a 4-hour supply zone. Override it. All right, cool. So now we have this 4-hour supply zone. Okay, we see the unmitigation right in between here, the liquidity right in between here, distribution, redistribution. Here's your accumulation, reaccumulation. So right here will be a what? Area of interest right here, because we have a reaccumulation right here. This will be an area of interest in order to do what? For a demand zone, in order for a future accumulation to appear off of. Okay, so we have to zone it off. 4-hour. Not 4-hour accumulation. I'm going to say 4-hour demand zone. 4-hour demand zone. 4-hour demand zone. There we go. All right, cool. So as you can see, our price accumulated. This is a reaccumulation, some type of channel, some type of triangle, right here. So 4-hour liquidity above, 4-hour liquidity below. Accumulation, reaccumulation, it comes out here and breaks that. So now, what are we looking at? So let's see. Let's tap down to the 1-hour, right? This is a what? A breaker structure right here. This is a what? Accumulation, reaccumulation that led to a breaker structure. So this also is an area of interest. So right here on the 1-hour time frame, you have to say this is a breaker structure on the 1-hour. 1-hour breaker structure above. Okay, and you can see how price diverged right here, because this is slightly lower right here on the candlesticks. I can see it without even looking at the RSI, but I'm show you how to utilize it. Right here, that's slightly lower, and same exact area right here is slightly what? Upward, right? Or roughly equal lows, right? So you have a accumulation, reaccumulation that led to a breaker structure right here. So this right here is the reaccumulation. You can see a little triangle in between here. So zone that off as liquidity. And 1-hour liquidity below. All right, so now let me look at the 4-hour. See all this unhealthy price action right here. So I'm going to zone, even though I put it, the drawings on the 1-hour, I'm going to zone this off on the 4-hour. So it looks better on the 4-hour. So this is a 4-hour demand zone. You don't know where price is going to react off of, but you have to zone it off. All right, cool. So now what am I looking at? I'm looking at this because we have an accumulation, reaccumulation that led to a breaker structure. I'm looking at this being a what? A distribution. A distribution. We have an accumulation, reaccumulation that led to a breaker structure. Now it's in a high part of a cycle. I'm looking at this being a distribution. I can see this being a buying climax, automatic reaction, secondary test, find a sign of weakness. Price didn't create an upthrust yet though. Price is not creating the upthrust yet. So let's see. You can see the divergence attempting to creep in, but I'm expecting price, anticipated price, to shoot past this high, come tap into that higher time frame supply zone in order to sell off from there. As you can see how price diverged off of here, demand zone is respected, change character, right? So now the template that I trade, you can see how this is an imbalance right here. You can see how this is a supply zone imbalance. Kind of mitigation right here. We mark this as a 1 hour supply zone. All right. You see the redistribution in between here. You see your price diverged right here, change character, consolidated, broke structure below. Here's that bullish reversal right off of this demand zone right here. Here's that bullish reversal off of this 1 hour demand zone. And then you can see how price on a lower time frame right here. So this would be a divergence internally. This would be a change of character right here. 1 hour change of character below. And then this one right here would be a break of structure. One hour break of structure below. Okay, so now let's go to the 15. So now you can see how prices diverged right here off of this zone. Prices accumulated. Divergence, price landing lower. This is landing upward, which means this is what? An accumulation, reaccumulation that led to a what? Change of character. All right. So now what we have to do is zone this low off. So now this is a internal change of character right here on the 15. So now price is in a what? High part of a cycle. It changed character. So you think it is it accumulated, reaccumulated to change character. So now you're thinking on the lower time frame, we're going to probably look to sell short term. Ooh, 15-minute change of character above. Excuse me. 15-minute change of character above. So now, which means on a lower time frame to the 5-minute, we have an accumulation, reaccumulation that led to what? Change of character. Okay, so now let me see what zone would price eat off of, and I'm thinking this zone right here, this particular zone right here, because that's the last mitigation. I mean, that's the last time price balanced out before it broke structure right here internally. Before price broke structure right here internally, price accumulated. This is a distribution, redistribution, accumulation, reaccumulation led to a break of structure. Price decided to continue to go up, and it's unmitigated right here. It's imbalanced. So I'm thinking if this does decide to sell off, it'll sell off into this, and then our next accumulation will come off of the zone. That's why I'm not zoning this one off, because we have also an unmitigation right here. So let's go to the 1 minute time frame. I'm telling you, bro, you break this all the way down. So now my thing would be, okay, price decided to diverge, change character. This would be an accumulation, reaccumulation to lead back to this supply zone right here. That I see all of that internally as liquidity. And so my thing would be that price would sell off from this 1 minute zone that I just drew up. So this is 1 minute supply zone. So my thing is all of this would be liquidity. I mean, you can see how price landed upward. It's landed lower. Change character right here internally on the 1 minute time frame. It's that change of character area. You can see how price what? Distributed, redistribute, accumulation, bam. Right here would be that accumulation that price did that internal bullish shift, change of character right here, and then respected this demand zone, then what? Broke structure to the high. So the breaking structure to the high. Now this becomes a distribution. Now this is a what? Redistribution. And then what? Price have to do what? Come off of this zone right here. come back to this internal high right here, and decide to do what? Probably sell off. All of this is making sense. Even the 1 minute time frame, like it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like I said, you see this divergence, you see this change in character, which means price change character, which means there's a distribution and redistribution right here that that caused the price to do what? Change character. Here's your bullish uh, divergence. Price decided to change character right here with this wick. This wick right here. Respect this demand zone right here. And then do what? So now it's a low, that's a high, higher low, bam, higher high. Now you know that price did what? Distribute, redistribute, accumulated, reaccumulated, caused a breaker structure right here internally. Don't follow this all the way through. Bam, this is your distribution, price change character. This is your distribution, redistribution, price change character. Bam, came back to this demand zone right here. If we was on the second time frame, it'll be crazy. Now you can see how price diverged right here. It changed character right here, leading back to what? This high right here, this unmitigated distribution, and it did what? Decided to do what? Break structure and create a low, right? So it broke structure internally right here. So I'm gonna follow this all the way through. Broke structure right here internally, created a new low, came back to the supply zone right here, and then did what? Obliterated. So now we're looking for what? Accumulation, reaccumulation, that leads to a what? Possible sell right here. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, this stuff get better and better every single day. So my thing was like this. Okay, maybe it wants to sell like this. Stop loss above this low, above this high, and then back into this 5 minute zone that's unmitigated right here. About a 1 to 11. That's what I'm seeing this as. Well, let's see, still about a 1 to 11. So that's what I'm looking at this as now. So price being let's see, about a 1 to 10. All right. So I may just take put a sell limit right there and just drop down. So let's see. Demand zone, boom, push, 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 boom. Respect the supply zone, boom. It was bearish. Now we back what? Bullish. Yeah. I see GJ selling from this area and coming back down here to this unmitigation. Because I see this as liquidity. I see this as liquidity. So make this 5 minute liquidity above, 5 minute liquidity below. See how it looks on the 1 minute time frame? Yeah. Fix it up just a tad bit. All right, but that's going to be all that I have for today. I know that the video is pretty long and drawn out. Do as best you possibly can to digest it. But I appreciate each and every one of you, as always, for taking time out of your busy schedule and listen to what I have to say. It is always greatly appreciated, and I will never ever take it for granted. Have a safe, blessed, productive rest of your soulful Sunday evening. Know that I love you, and as I always like to say, God created us on purpose to fulfill a purpose, but more importantly, God has blessed us with our name on it. Also, remember that be addicted to information and never allergic to execution. Also, remember that it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. because every single individual human being in this world is battling and going through some type of battle, being mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and spiritually. But also, many individuals are going through multiple battles simultaneously. So, like I said, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Also, people only rock with you for two reasons, right? Either you've been official or either you are beneficial. Just know the difference between the two. Also, never stop learning, never stop teaching, never stop educating, never stop grinding, and most importantly, certainly not least, never stop praying. I will do another YouTube live, and some of the guaranteed I'll do one on a Sunday. But as far as doing another one, as far as uh, taking live trades and things of that nature, only God knows when that time will be. All right. I appreciate you for all the support. Like I said, follow me on Instagram at okdjrofficial. The handle is in the description and bio. Download Telegram. You simply want to be in a community chat with like-minded individuals, and we're taking the same exact signals we're taking. There are two Telegram links: one to a community trade chat channel, and one to a signals chat channel. Simply log in on those, and then you'll be able to see at the top of the Telegram chat where we have a pinned uh, weekly live Zoom, weekly live Zoom trade session. We go live 7 to 8 times a week. But appreciate you for tapping in on all the support. Y'all take care.